audience in the chat, I need two things from you. I need the name of an assistant principal.
Oh no!
And I also need something that you would see at a school assembly, like a safety presentation, or someone pretending to be Ben Franklin.
No.
Awesome!
I've survived so many bad of these.
There are already so many good ones. This is perfect. Okay, thank you, everybody. All right, here's the story. It's been a few days since the adventure on the Tufts campus that, as was alluded to before, created for Zlobs something of a rebirth into a new self that is destined to either do something or fail to do something in about a year's time. As you were all wrapping up there, a detachment of clones from the Medford Magnolias arrived. It was Medford, after all, so that is their turf. They are the Medford Magnolias, a Blittle League team comprised entirely of clones. They relieved you all. Hey, Morgan.
Hi, John.
Hey, Morgan.
Hi, John.
Hey, Morgan. Hi,
John.
Hey, Mindy.
Hi, John.
Hi, Darby.
Hi,
Hey,
John.
Darby. Hi, Mindy.
John.
Hey, Morgan.
Hi, John.
They arrived en masse, dressed identically, and began working with exceptional speed to essentially relieve all of you. Like, you were all exhausted from this big ordeal with the farmers' almanacs and everything else. So they started going through the really gross task of bagging up the book and compost remnants and started the legal paperwork of having Largo declared a living entity, which in this world, things become living entities from time to time. So the Magnolias knew what to do. And so that was very good. And what's interesting is you ended up facing the Magnolias that very weekend in a home game, which was very exciting, but ultimately a loss.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was a heck of a thing at Longstock Field. So I want each of you to just give me a sentence to describe the game. What was the score? Why was it exciting? What memories were formed?
I pitched a terrible game. And the offense was so good, but also our offense was so good, so the score was high.
Yeah, it was actually it was Sun 2 weather, and the Magnolias scored so much they actually got an extra win. But so did we.
Yeah.
I had a terrible time. When you hear somebody's mind, it kind of sounds like a song playing. But the problem with the Magnolias is all their minds have sort of the same fingerprint. So if I'm hearing one of them, I'm kind of hearing all of them. So it was like a full game of like a bunch of different jazz songs being played overlapping each other. Gave me a headache. And also I played poorly. Unrelated.
I broke 3 fingers. Yeah, but I didn't get to steal home the first time, but I did the second time.
3 fingers actually isn't a bad game for Zlobs.
Yeah, that's below average.
Yeah.
Partway through the game, because their score was so high, the infield and the outfield of all of the Magnolias switched places, but we didn't even know that because they all look the same. So that was kind of confusing. And then they kind of made fun of us a little bit, like, our infield's in the outfield, but then they felt bad that they were making fun of us by playing this prank. So then they apologized.
Yeah, the Magnolias are ultimately a good, hard-working team of clones, and their strength comes from the fact that they are identical clones. The kind of synergy they have is really, really valuable, and because all of them are genetic duplicates of each other, it's really hard for even astute umpires to keep track of the comings and goings, which means that over the course of the game, John Smith will always be pitching to you, but you may face 5 different John Smiths.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
mercifully, not all of them are exceptional pitchers, which is why you were all able to absolutely clobber the ball off of whatever collection of John Smiths was put in. But they had a great time. It was a real thrilling game. No one, Morgan or the John Smiths, could keep the ball in the infield. Everybody was just crushing them. So it was fun and interesting and exhausting. And particularly for Mindy, for the reasons noted. But a couple of days have passed since Tufts, since the game, and now you're all at Somerville Elementary School, and it is Assembly Day.
Yay!
And the assembly is about refrigerator safety, which is incredibly important.
Remember when I locked myself in the fridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually had a great time.
You
I
ate so much.
I didn't think I could fit that much Jello in me, but I
They
did.
have salami for the entire rest of the month.
I liked how you opened it using a grenade.
Yeah. Well, I had to eat all the food first. I didn't want to waste food. That's why I was in there so long.
Slobs, are you?
Uh-oh.
Do you feel different after after what had happened? Are you still fundamentally the same person, or what has changed?
I'm fundamentally the same person, but I'm holding a lot of guilt and a lot of regret and a lot of scaredness. But still trying to be my plucky self. But boy, does in my mind a riot of emotions.
Yeah, that's very fair. So, all of you are gathered up in the auditorium at Somerville Elementary, and the assistant principal, whose name is Chomsky Gnomeman, introduces, and actually just someone, whoever's feeling like it, just give me Chomsky Gnomeman in a phrase.
Like every other word I don't understand.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah, he's a real intellectual.
So Chomsky is on the stage, dressed as what I like to call a like a Coles intellectual, which is, what is the smartest I can look while using my Coles cash. So it's a lot of Dockers, lot of khaki.
Yeah. And he's always trying to relate to us.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So, the assistant principal walks on stage. Greetings and salutations, fellow humans. Through the munificence of a municipal grant, I am proud to present the penultimate auditorium session of this month. This one's going to be on fridge safety, an excessively crucial skill that you all must internalize and make a part of the zeitgeist of your mind.
Darby, what does zeitgeist mean?
I think it's brain, I guess. He said zeitgeist of context clues tell me brain.
Brain of the mind.
Brain of the mind.
Mindy.
Yeah.
What's a zeitgeist? Is there
Zeitgeist? It's like an abyss, but all of us end up here.
Oh, cool.
So you see, as I peel back the pages of my own personal autobiography, back to when I sat in this very spot at Somerville Elementary, just like all of you.
Why is he getting in the fridge?
Yeah, he's climbing in. And woe to all of those that cannot learn from my example. And he locks himself in the fridge.
Is this a magic
Yeah.
show?
Yeah. Oh, there are people locking it now.
It's getting raised up.
Oh, they're wheeling out a giant tub of water.
There's a band coming out.
Is that Penn and Teller?
What's gonna happen?
Why does the principal have a saw?
C-Slabs, I told you this assembly was going to be important.
I know, I was going to skip it. Go to second lunch. But this is great. Oh, they're asking for a volunteer now.
Yeah, Penn and Teller bring Morgan up.
Hey, everybody. And I went to everybody in the audience.
Hey, Morgan!
Oh, we know her.
Slabs, look, it's
Yeah,
Morgan.
I know Morgan.
That's our friend Morgan.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, hey. Morgan, Penn and Teller ask you to, well, they give you a choice. Do you want to be the person to drill a hole through the side of the water tank, or do you want to be the person to try to blow open the fridge?
I'm gonna do the drilling, and I'm gonna look at and Penn, and I'm gonna be like, because I like power tools, Penn.
Of course, Morgan Wood. Everyone has Morgan Woodstock. I would say she's our biggest fan, but I think we are hers.
No.
And there's a rumbling in the crowd of how in heaven's name does Morgan Woodstock know Las Vegas stalwart performers Penn and Teller? But they apparently go way back. So, yeah, you are handed a comically large drill, and you begin to start drilling holes into the side of the this giant plexiglass pool. And so water starts spraying through the air into the crowd, and everyone's cheering.
Can I use my power of electricity to make it spin even faster than mechanically allowed?
Yes. So let's just go ahead and give me 2d6 plus weird, just to see how that goes.
All right. Okay, sure. That's a 12.
Yeah, of course it is.
We got it when it counts, baby.
Oh, do you think she was a plant, Mindy?
What?
Do you think she was a plant in the audience? In the audience by Penn and Teller?
Do you want me to find out?
Yes.
Let's take a peek into Teller's mind.
That was fast.
Yep. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Zobs asked a question. It's in pursuit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
In the pursuit of knowledge, I rolled an 8.
All right, a partial success. So you can either learn if Morgan somehow had this all planned ahead of time, or a secret about magic.
We can just ask Morgan later. Can I know the secret about magic?
Yes. There are many powerful magical forces in this world. There's the Order of the Mound, there's Nana Mathers and the Leviathan, there's Morgan. There's so many different beings that can leverage magic. All of them, every magical entity is entirely confounded by the illusions of Penn and Teller.
Wait. Wait.
Because it's one of those things where they know, Morgan, and really all of you, you're all, because you're Blittle Leaguers, you're all attuned enough to get a sense of whether someone's magical or not. You all know beyond the shadow of doubt, Morgan especially, that Penn and Teller have no magical ability at all. And so it's one of those things where it's oh yeah, they could shoot a bullet through a piece of glass and catch it in their mouth. That's a whole thing. And there are a million different ways you can do that with magic. But the fact that they're doing it with illusion represents, in many respects, one of the greatest mysteries that magic has yet to solve. They're practically heroes.
Hmm.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's actually how I know them, because they entertained for the Office of Spell Slinging.
Zlobs,
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure, but I don't think Morgan's a plant.
This is really good. Wow. I'm really enjoying
Zlo-
Penn's monologue right now.
Well, what's really amazing, Zlobs, for real, is that it's not real magic.
What? How are they how are they tossing knives and making them stick in their backs, but then they're okay?
I don't know, but it's for real, not magic.
Wow.
So, Morgan, with that 12, let's have you narrate how the rest of this works out.
Okay. I'm drilling a hole into this water container, and the water goes into a vat that turns into a whirlpool. And somehow the whirlpool is getting faster and faster. And the center of the vortex slowly becomes vertical. Keep in mind, I'm still drilling, so I'm still supplying water.
Mm-hmm.
But because the drill is going so fast, the water's shooting down even faster. The vortex is going even faster, and the middle is the verticalness of it is even going further and further up till it becomes a plume. And then all of a sudden, the drill stops.
Plume.
The plume drops, and there is Teller. And I throw down the drill.
Which explodes spectacularly. You did not plan that. Apparently, Peller did. How did Penn and Teller know that would happen? It's confounding to you. And with that, Chomsky Noman eventually opens up the fridge from the inside, breaking the chains. And so, as your prefrontal cortex is imprinted with the memory of this illusion, please know to not be like your old pal, Assistant Principal Noman, and do not lock yourself in fridges.
I learned a good lesson today, Mindy.
Yeah.
About the magic of Penn and Teller.
No, about not going to a fridge.
Oh, yes.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
Morgan, you are like as everyone is like, you are getting high five after high five, and that was awesome. And what are Penn and Teller like in real life? And it's very, very fun. And all of you are kind of gathered around, as is the case with, all the Blittle Leaguers. Really it's like any assembly. This is kind of a midweek Blittle League reunion. And all of you are there, commiserating about about the game. And as tough as it is to take a loss, everyone is really excited about like recapping. Like all of you had like 2 hits, and it was very exciting, and all of this. The only person that seems upset is Jess Who. But like all of you are in a big circle, and like Nicole Orby and Lisa Lemonwedge are talking about all stuff, and Harper's Bazaar is Darby measuring you for like a secret gift. And Jess Who, now question for you, is Jess Who, when she's at school, is she in the tank or not in the tank?
I believe when she's at school, she is in the tank.
She is in the tank. So Jess Who is kind of like zooming like 1 or 2 feet and then like turning and zooming and turning. And her little face is panicked.
Harps, I'll be right back.
And then I dove head first and with my arms outstretched, and that's how I broke my fingers.
Hey Jess. Hey Jess, you wanna fly up into the rafters up there and see if we can find any of the secrets of the illusion and talk?
I can't right now, but okay.
Oh, you can?
My backpack, I can't find it.
Oh no.
Jess, you need help finding your backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we can help you if that's okay.
My homework's in there.
That's okay. We'll find it.
Jess,
Jess,
why are you
did
crying?
you use?
Why is
did
Jess
you,
crying?
We have to. Is it okay if I? We have to find her backpack. But Jess, did you use your raspberry smelling pens? Because then we can just on your homework last night. Yeah. Okay.
I got new orange ones, but the raspberry ones were still good, so I didn't want to open the package yet.
Okay. Well, that's helpful because then maybe we can smell it down.
She wipes tears with her little.
Oh,
blade.
Jess. I'm sorry.
Can I'm gonna walk a perimeter around the gym, and I'll look sort of just into the minds of passersby and see if any of them have seen the backpack recently.
Sure. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Uh-oh. 7.
All right. I'll give you 3 things to choose from. 2 of them are true. No one knows you were peeking into mines. Someone knows that someone knows where the backpack is. That someone is friendly.
Well, I need to find just whose backpack. So
Mhm.
somebody definitely has seen it. And I really shouldn't let anybody know that I was peeking into mines.
Fair. This is weird. So all of you kind of branch out and start looking, and Darby, you're kind of following your nose, trying to get a sense of that raspberry smell. And Mindy, you're essentially in the hallway, kind of being a door person, more or less, and kind of just scanning thoughts as they go by. And, you're trying to keep it surface level to not, like, drill too deep and alert someone that you're rummaging around.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're just kind of surface level, last few minutes of thoughts. And yeah, you see for a moment someone pick up Jess's tiny backpack. Like, you see, like, in someone's mind's eye, like, them looking at the backpack and then them, like, possessing the backpack. And when you kind of look up to see who it is, no one is there.
What the heck? Nobody at all?
No, like, there was like Bix walked by, and then someone that's like a lab partner, and then like after them was like Kit Schmidt, but somewhere between that lab partner and Kit Schmidt was someone that was thinking about the backpack, but like you literally just saw like your lab partner and then Kit with no one in between them.
Can I still see them with no one in between them?
Yeah, like you see everybody, just the person that had the thought. It's you, like the last 5 people that walked by, and it wasn't any of their thoughts.
Can I airplane my arms out to the side and spin around in between my lab partner and Kit Schmidt?
Yeah, all right. Why don't you give me 2d6 plus let's call it sharp. I know what you're trying to do, so let's do that.
Okay, I'm spinning as fast as I can, and I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Airplane arms out to the side, spin around.
You hit nothing but air. However, we get to walk down a terrifying path.
What?
Well, I thought maybe I would just fall down or something.
Yeah.
There is also some of that.
Okay.
Bathroom 25 minutes earlier.
Oh no.
A boy walks in, not wearing a backpack. But he walks up to the mirror and turns on the water and washes his hands, throws water in his face, and starts focusing on the mirror. And he kind of steadies himself. He starts sweating, and then he kind of calms himself until he stops. And then in a very low voice, he says the following. The stranger came early in February, one wintry day, through a biting wind and a driving snow, the last snowfall of the year, over the down, walking from Bramblehurst railway station and carrying a large black portmanteau in his thickly gloved hand. The stranger came early in February, one wintry day, through a biting wind and driving snow. And as he repeats this again and again, he turns invisible.
Oh.
That was 25 minutes ago. None of you know that. Anyway, Mindy has been flailing and is on the ground and then picks herself back up.
Mindy, were you trying to fly? What are you doing?
Just a special assembly dance.
Oh, I do it too.
Fun. Yeah.
I've been hanging out with people, but I'm gonna finally waddle over and be like, "Hey, nice dance, Mathers.
Thank
What's
you.
up? You look concerned. Is everything all right? Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Oh.
We're all just a little worried about Jess's backpack because it's gone missing.
Somebody took Jess's backpack?
Well, we don't know where
Yeah.
it is. I don't think someone took it. Why would someone take a backpack?
Yeah, why?
Somebody better not have taken a backpack.
Yeah, we put them in the hoops.
Darby, did you have any luck following the smell?
Well, I've smelled a lot of strawberries and blueberries, but I haven't smelled raspberry yet. Do I? There's some. Maybe I should follow the raspberry or the strawberry and blueberry though, because maybe she had scratch and sniff stickers in her backpack.
Sounds like a good idea. Darby,
Or there might be
investigate a mystery. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
That would be a 3.
The dark timeline gets darker.
So you the consequence is this. You are all late to getting back to class.
That's
at
okay.
At this point, there's no pretense that you're actually going to do any more learning. So yeah, all the bell rings, everyone kind of shuffles back into class, and all of you are kind of standing in the hallway. Jess is panicked. Now, obviously, misplacing the backpack is not something that Jessu would do.
Yeah.
No.
Jessu is one of the most organized people you know.
Mhm.
And so Jess is kind of panicking, like her little tank is like going forward and backing up, and she's like looking around. I can't miss class, but I don't have my homework because it's in the backpack.
Can I bend down and look at Jessu and make eye contact? Jess, your teachers will understand. And I'll make sure of it. And I'll make sure, Jess, that we will find that backpack. And that is the Morgan guarantee.
Yeah.
Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
Tiny hug. And Jess reluctantly wheels off back to class. Okay.
I have an idea.
Hmm?
I'm going to think about it because I know a lot of people. Is there anybody who would want to take Jessu's backpack?
Like a janitor cleaning it?
Like a janitor
Or a BULLY.
A bully?
or
Sorry
a
to
bull.
scare you.
Okay. Yeah, Morgan, you are kind of going through the mental Rolodex of who is everyone that I know. And it's, for you, this is a task because you know a lot of people. So you're like, everyone give me a minute, and you just start kind of thinking it through and deducing. So let's have you roll 2d6 plus sharp.
That's a 4.
Do you want to come up short or elevate the level of the problem but know what it is? Okay, we are going to make some canonical changes to the game.
What?
What? Excuse me? I'm sorry. Could you say that again, John? I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. What?
Your next game is against the Arlington Angelicas.
That's a new team. That's a new team.
The team that was disqualified last season due to rampant cheating.
Oh.
Specifically, the thing that eventually got them disqualified was that they faked an eclipse.
How? That's just impressive.
Yes. You are playing them next week.
Oh.
Or this weekend, I should say.
Is it a home game or an away game?
Away game in Arlington.
I think I have an idea. I think it's the Arlington folks. They're cheaters.
The
They cheated last
Angelicas?
time. Yeah.
They're trying to bully us.
What is it with you and bullies, Mathers? What's up?
That's what they're doing. When you take somebody's stuff without their permission.
I thought. Okay, so you know my van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I just misplaced it again, but I could have sworn I parked it out by Longstock. Do you think they stole it?
Stole your van?
Zlobs 2d6 plus sharp, please.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness, 7.
Okay. The partial success means you know the story behind your van, but it's not a good one.
Oh.
It definitely wasn't the Arlington Angelicas. It was the Blittle League office of Bake at Home Pizza Sales and Tactical Interventions. They have impounded the war van.
Sorry, Slobs.
You didn't want to believe it was them, but it had to be. You're on the outs.
All right. Well, what could they have stolen from Jessu's backpack that might give them the advantage in the next game if it was them?
Yeah.
Maybe just psychological warfare.
Maybe they're thinking that if Jessu doesn't turn in her homework, that they wouldn't let her play.
If that's the case, then they are toast.
Wait, what if they know? What if they know each of our insecurities?
What?
Yeah,
Well,
and they're trying to.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
Jessu cares about her homework so much, and she's very organized. And this is so unlike her. And look at her; she was all crying, and her feathers were all ruffled.
And she writes really nice notes to us during class. And if they read those, like they might know that the things she writes to us are to increase our confidence.
Okay, what
If they figure out what we need compliments on.
We have to think ahead. If they took Jessu's backpack, what would they take from everybody else? They would take Harper's measuring tape.
Mm-hmm.
They would take they would take Scoot's lucky action figure.
Oh.
They would take Orbeez roller skates, obviously.
How could Orby roll around without those roller skates?
I don't know.
They would take Coach Martinez's clipboard.
She needs that to write notes on.
Mm-hmm.
Take Jorts' spatula.
Yeah.
That he keeps in his back pocket.
Yeah, I love his
They would take Lisa Lemonwedge's bolt action rifle. She loves that.
Whoa! If they could do.
I don't want to think about it.
Who's in the mood to roll?
Okay.
Darby's in the mood to roll. Darby, 2d6 plus 2d6 plus sharp, please.
8.
This is slowly getting better.
Okay. You're pretty sure. As like you're pacing and talking and listing out all of the things that are everyone's foci for the game.
Yeah.
And you're like Darby, you're like staring out a window and like pondering the mysteries. And you're pretty sure that for like a second you saw just in the air for like a second a spatula, and then it just went away.
No.
What?
What's wrong? What's wrong, Darby?
Yeah, we're saying
just-
secrets about all our friends. What's wrong?
I was looking out there and I saw, and it looked real. I don't think it was an illusion, or in my mind's eye, I saw a spatula out there.
I go out there.
You go out there.
Are there
Okay.
any kitchen equipment?
Slobs, investigate a mystery.
Okay. A 9.
All right. Okay. You can ask one question from the list, or 2 if you want to be the victim of chemistry.
Oh yes, please. I want. What sort of creature was it, and where did it go? Those are my 2 questions.
An invisible child.
Oh no!
I knew it.
Where did it go? It is heading into the woods behind the school to a bicycle that he has hidden there.
Ma, I've deduced this. Everyone follow me through the chem lab.
Oh, you cannot. You are outside and you are slowly sinking into the sand of the 4-square pit. You are up to your ankles at this point and can't move.
Jeez.
You all see Zlobs run out there, like sniff the air, make a bunch of deductions, start wildly gesticulating, and he starts like sprinting towards the woods. And he makes it as far as the ball pit, and all of a sudden he stops dead in his tracks and is slowly sinking into quicksand.
I gotta do this again. I'm gonna run out there, fly up, and grab that hand and pull.
All right, Darby, this is going to be act under pressure. This has to happen quick. 2d6 plus cool, please.
8.
Okay, partial success. It will be this.
No boy.
You can get him out, but the way to do it is to essentially pry him out with the burning sword, which is then stuck in the sandbox instead.
Oh no.
Leave me. Go after them. They're in.
Instead of doing that, I'm gonna dive bomb at him and push him down through. So he comes out the other side.
Whatever the other side is, he's gonna come out through it. Sounds pretty good. Let's see if this works. Give me 2d6. This is gonna be weird. This is a leap of logic. So 2d6 plus weird.
8.
The last thing she sees is me looking at her. Why?
So
Darby, we just got him back.
Trust me.
See, Darby, you kind of loop up into the sky and come down like flaming sword out, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pry him out, and the sand's gonna turn to glass, and it'll be super easy. And then you're like, wait a minute, no, I can't do that. And then you like loop again, and you're like, okay. And then you push him down. Confident in the logic that this is not quicksand, this is something else. Yes. Zlobs, you are pushed down. Darby, you are too. Below the quicksand into an underground cave full of water. Wow, that's unexpected. It's very dark down here.
Wow, that was unexpected. It's very dark down here.
And wet.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's, you're essentially in like a steamy cave that should not exist in the middle of Somerville. But yeah, whatever it is, Slobs, let's have you roll. Give me 2d6 plus sharp, please. This is 2d6 plus sharp to read a bad situation.
Actually, can I put together one of my new specific moves?
By all means, what's your move?
Destiny's Plaything.
Destiny's Plaything. Would you mind, Slobs, reading for our audience at home?
This is a new trick in the Slobs playbook. Once per session, roll 2d6. Those are these cubes. Plus weird to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10 plus, the keeper, that's you, John, will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On a 7 to 9, you will get a vague hint about it. And on a miss, which will definitely not happen, something bad is going to happen to you.
All right. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
5!
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
Cut back to the coal chute.
Oh no!
Slobs, you and Sunman are kind of pacing back and forth, with Sunman talking you through like the weeks as he remembered them, this season. And, you both kept looking at Nana Mathers, who's looking at the timeline and seeing if it's starting to split or not. It reminds me, Sunman says, pacing back and forth, of that time that the Angelicas trapped you in the playground under the ball pit, I think it was. It was chemistry. It was the chemist they had. Oh, what was her name?
I wouldn't fall for that trap.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely would not. I would know that. I'll keep myself in the sand. Someone would have to push me under. Yeah, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
You lost your shoes. You ended up climbing out, but I lost my shoes. I lost them. I needed to play the game and borrowed shoes. It was so humiliating.
That sounds very humiliating. We have such nice shoes.
I know we have nice shoes.
I know they're beautiful.
Cut back.
Bonding over shoes.
You realize, Slobs, you kind of explained briefly that essentially this is the result of some kind of chemical reaction that the Angelicas are using to trick or ensnare you. And with that, you're like, okay. And then you all end up kind of climbing through like this cave. So it's not a terribly big cave system, but essentially what had happened was someone had created a chemical reaction to essentially hollow out the area under the playground and fill it with steam to create quicksand. And you're kind of discussing this as you're like crawling back up to the surface like you were earthworms. And Slobs, by the time you get to the top, you are barefoot.
No, my shoes! Where did they go? Oh no, don't look at my feet.
Oh, do you want me to go back and try to find them, Slabs? I'll go back.
Yes.
While this whole thing has been going on, I'm gonna have recognized the direction that Zlobs was running, avoid the quicksand, and continue running. And I'm gonna ask Smathers if she sees where I should be going.
I don't know. Can I see where we should be going?
Sure. I will say I would say that's a tune-in roll. 2d6 plus weird, please.
Let's see. A tune-in roll. That's going to be a 13.
You can ask 3 questions from the tune-in list.
Okay. From 3 questions from the tune-in list. Where is the creature right now?
The creature right now is beginning to put in the combination to his bike lock. That way.
What is the creature planning to do right now?
The creature is going to get onto his bike and ride to a place that is not Arlington. Is going to ride to a secret location.
A secret location. Okay. Who does the creature regard as the biggest threat?
You, Mindy.
Hmm.
Because
All
I
right.
can
That's fair.
hear him. That
As
makes sense.
Mathers and I are running to the bike, I'm gonna look over at
Bike lock.
Mathers. Bike lock. I'm gonna ask Mathers, what's up with you and bullies lately?
What do you mean?
I feel like you keep talking about bully stuff, and I don't know why it's on your mind. You always say things over and over when things are on your mind.
Bullies, 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 bullies. Maybe because I've heard about the Angelicas being bullies to people that they're about to play. And I don't think it should be any problem for us because we're the toughest kids in town, and also because I have sort of I have sort of an extra perspective on bullies since my new best friend Susie Chen is the biggest bully around.
Aha! There it is.
What?
Okay. No, nothing. It cleared things up for me. Thank you.
Well, we don't have things quite cleared up yet because we still have an invisible child
Right. And
on the loose.
we're
but-
approaching.
All I know is that no matter what kind of bully he is, he could never be as much of a bully compared with biggest bully in town, Susie Chin, my best friend.
That's right.
So this shouldn't really be a problem for us. And if we need help with it, then we just call the biggest bully in town, Susie Chen. She might help us out because she's a best friend of mine.
She's your best friend. Is she going to be at the game?
I don't know. She's really busy a lot.
She'll be at the game. All right.
Maybe. Bike lock.
Sure. So the two of you, Morgan and Mindy, kind of sprint into the woods, and yeah, sure enough, there is a bike lock that is being adjusted and removed, and then the bike lock becomes invisible, and then the bike kind of straightens itself up. It's a real cool bike. Straightens itself up and starts riding off on its own.
Is it making a tire track?
It is. You can also see the bike. The bike itself is not invisible.
Oh.
I'm going to throw a baseball at the tire.
Sure. 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt.
That's a 6.
Gotcha. Cut to behind a nearby tree. Jolene Wormwood, chemist Arlington Angelicas, is quickly opening up a double-barreled shotgun, and into it she is sliding these two weird fizzy canisters. She spins out from behind the tree, levels the barrels at Morgan and Mindy, and fires.
Bully.
Morgan, you like Mindy, like fire alarms in your mind start going off as Morgan, you kind of ready an electric blaseball. You throw it, and the second you do, both you and Mindy are frozen instantly in a very strange, very stinky blue goo. Darby, you hear the sound of a shotgun. I'm sorry, Morgan, you were saying?
I was going to say, this really sucks, Mathers.
I can hear Morgan in her mind. Morgan, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mathers.
Morgan, that bully just shot us with a double-barrel shotgun.
I know. Are you going to make contact with the biggest bully in the area, Susie Chin, and your new best friend?
Well, I'd have to get to the payphone at the front of the school.
Oh, we can't do that right now, can't we, Mathers?
Nope.
Darby, you upon the sound of hearing live iron being discharged in the woods, you stop the search for the shoes, and you and Zlobs
fly me.
Kind of run. There is flight. There is instant flight as you all kind of meet in the woods, and sure enough, Morgan and Mindy are covered in some kind of motion arresting goo that has solidified into some kind of troubling oobleck.
Is it solid?
Mostly.
I try it.
It's like being in the middle of an old school pencil eraser. You know those ones that are like the big, like kind of tan, semi see through, like the art erasers. It's like that.
I take a bite.
You take a bite.
Pet.
You know, you don't think it's toxic.
I take a second bite.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, you know what? The more you taste it, the more you realize it tastes like roasted almonds.
Yeah, always is good.
Well, I'm gonna roast it then if it tastes like roasted almonds.
What the heck? Darby, 2d6 plus tough to kick a little butt.
6.
Yeah, all right. With a series of precision slices, the trick here is you could easily bisect Morgan or Mindy. Like it's not a problem to get through the oobleck. It's a problem to not get through Morgan and Mindy, who are made of flesh and blood.
Probably.
Probably. At least one of these people are made of flesh and blood.
As Darcy pulls out the flaming sword, Mathers is just going to hear my internal scream.
Okay, don't worry. I'm just going to try to get a nice close shave.
The issue here is forest fire.
Oh no, there's not much forest in Somerville.
Failure with a flaming sword in the middle of the woods means the underbrush is starting to catch. Because you're kind of you're like leaning on the sword and you're like thinking about angles and stuff, and all of a sudden, this is a dry summer, and the underbrush has caught fire.
Okay. Planet Earth needs me. I'm gonna run back to the quicksand and just kind of like, Zlobs, load up my wings with the sand.
Okay.
So that I can fly over and dump the sand on the brush that's catching fire.
Okay, let's go with this. Will be act under pressure again. I'll give you 2d6 plus cool plus 1 because you have enlisted the help of the coolest person you know, Slobs.
10.
Okay. So yeah, there's kind of a one angel bucket brigade of you kind of sprinting using these big brass wings as scoops, and you start dumping sand into the forest. With all of this taken care of, this takes a tremendous amount of time. But ultimately, you are able to carve Mindy and Morgan out of the oobleck, and now the four of you are kind of pondering your next move. Mindy, because of your kind of reading of the mind and getting a sense of this person's actually you got like a full 13, did you? I think. It's Burke Whimsy. Arlington Angelicas. You're pretty sure the eclipse was his idea, though everyone on the Angelicas jointly shared the blame and said, no, it was my idea. A real I'm Spartacus kind of thing if all of them were cheaters, which they are. But yeah, Burke Whimsy. That's the kid.
Can we?
Do I know Burke Whimsy?
Burke Whimsy. His family's rich.
I've met
live in a beautiful Victorian. Ryan and his mother are golf buddies. Though Ryan has not played golf in several weeks, he is building the biggest card house that you've ever seen. It's multiple decks of cards. Anyway, the four of you. So Mindy, you know it's Burke Whimsy, and you know that he is not going to Arlington. You know he is going to, somewhere in Somerville, a secret location. What is a secret location, Mindy, in Somerville?
Secret location in Somerville? Oh, the back room of the Squeeze. It's called the Squeeze Easy.
Why did you say squeeze?
Can I mental message Slobs?
Yeah.
We're still frozen.
You're at this point. You're mostly out and starting to
Oh, okay.
plan your next move here.
Okay, never mind. Okay. We've got to get to the squeeze easy.
Are you in my mind?
Why? Are you craving apple juice?
No, are you inside my mind right now?
No, I'm talking out loud.
Okay, never mind. Sometimes I get that confused.
In the forest. Well, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Where's the squeeze-easy?
That's not a place that exists. Definitely, only certain people would get in there if hypothetically it did exist.
Well, if hypothetically it did exist, Burke Whimsy would hypothetically be on his way there now, totally invisible.
Also, Slobs, every time you say hypothetically, it's just a thing. I don't know if you realize
You
have that
cracked
spell.
my code. Am I this obvious all the time?
Yeah,
Why did you never tell me?
it's funny.
It's funny.
I didn't know, Slobs. If
Okay,
it makes
thank you,
feel
Mindy.
any better.
It does actually a lot, Morgan.
It hypothetically is funny.
All right, so
I'm
what's
gonna
the
pick
plan?
up slobs and start flying toward the squeeze.
Ah!
Can me and Morgan do a double check that we have all our belongings?
Morgan, 2d6 plus sharp.
Oh no.
That's a 12.
Yeah, thank goodness. Okay, you've got everything.
Well,
Oh,
two of them have shoes. That's why I'm taking slobs.
I like my shoes, but I love my book, and I'm already starting to get paranoid since they're collecting things.
I have a very specific thing in my pocket that I hold on to if I'm having a bad game, and it's still there.
Okay, good. Whew. All right, Morgan, I guess we're walking, or we could get the math wagon.
Let's get the math wagon.
Okay. Can we make our way to the payphone at the front of the school?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you calling who I think you're gonna call?
Yes, that's right. I dialed my dad's number.
Ahoy!
Ahoy, Dad.
Ahoy, Mindy!
I was wondering if I know that school isn't quite over yet, but it basically is, and it definitely is for us. So can you come pick us up in the math wagon and bring us to the squeeze easy? It's for business.
Mindy, 2d6 plus charm, please.
Okay, as we know, charm is not my strong suit. But it is today. That's a 10. 10, 10, 10. My dad loves me. I'm charming to him.
You kind of pause for that quarter beat. It's like, is Mr. Mather's going to be fine with this? And after a quarter beat of just excruciating silence, you hear, "Okay, sweetie."
Thanks, Dad. See you in the few.
Alrighty. And 9 minutes later, the math wagon pulls up, and Mr. Mathers unlocks the doors, and Mindy and Morgan, you trundle in.
Hello, Dad.
Hey, can I have a hot dog? Also, hi. It's good to see you.
Cooler in the back seat, Morgan.
Yay!
Yeah, sorry, we missed afternoon lunch at school because we had to leave.
Because we were chasing someone who stole Jess's Hoob's backpack, and then they shot a shotgun at us, and we were frozen with chemicals.
Oh. Okay, so where are we heading?
The squeeze easy. Oh, sorry. The squeeze, please.
Got it. And the a math wagon with a 9 minute lag is about the speed of a Darby carrying his lobs. So both of you kind of land / arrive about a half block from the squeeze. You kind of walk around the.
I put plastic bags on my feet.
Yeah, you put plastic bags on your feet. So embarrassing.
Nice shoes, Slops.
Shut up.
You could build up some cool calluses, though,
Yeah.
if you don't wear anything.
I don't want to talk about my feet.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep looking down at them, but try not to.
Why don't you cut your toenails, Lobs?
I don't want to talk about my feet. I just said this. We
it's
have
a personal
important.
choice. I was just curious.
We have important matters here with the squeeze. The squeeze easy is a very. Huddle up. Also, bye, Mr. Mathers. I didn't say
Oh,
bye.
hi and
Bye,
bye. Oh, bye.
Oh, she asked for a hot dog. Oh, no, I'm so hungry.
We missed afternoon lunch.
Why are we
Yeah.
here? Oh yeah. Okay.
You called this.
I know. I've been through a lot today.
It's
Mhm.
fair.
Okay, the squeeze easy. No one's supposed to know about it. It's supposed to be a secret place.
Mhm.
And I want to let you all know this is where I come for Zlob's time.
Oh.
Okay? This place is very
Promise
important
not
to
to
me.
bother you if we see you here.
Okay, you.
Yeah,
in the
we'll
future.
definitely keep it several feet distance.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
you
pretend
ha-
we don't know you.
Oh no, you have those smiles and looks in your eyes.
We'll
I
be sure to
meant
stay
it.
on our toes.
No, okay.
Morgan.
I'm going. I'm leaving.
Oh, Slobs, we can't get in without you.
Slobs,
That's
You're
come
the
right.
little
in.
one. You're the
That's
little
right.
one.
I'm
You're
going.
the only one who knows the password.
I know. How do you know that?
What?
How do you know
I happened upon it.
the password? Am I not?
Wait, do you know the password, Mathers?
Now I do. Slobs is thinking it over and over and over again.
Mindy,
Yes?
I'm gonna ask you something very, very serious. I want you to make me a promise.
Okay.
I want you to promise you'll never look inside my mind again.
Well, I'm not looking for secrets.
I want you to
Slobs. I was-
promise me you'll never look in my mind ever again.
He
Not
seems
even
curious.
for like what you want for lunch or
Mindy,
to add a book that you didn't read for school?
I want you to promise you'll never look inside my mind again.
Okay, if it's important to you,
Promise me, Mindy.
I promise. Is it because you don't want me to know why you don't cut your toenails?
No.
Because it really is up to you, Slabs. They're your feet.
It's not that. It's something I can't really talk about beyond what I told you already.
It's a secret that you have.
Yeah, it's a secret that you can't know. This is the one thing you can't ever know.
Oh no.
It's the most important secret that I
Oh.
have to keep from you forever.
Okay.
I'm serious. Why are you sweating?
Mindy, Mindy, anytime.
I have to take a break. I run into the squeeze. Do they have any ice?
Tons of ice.
Excuse me, may I have one bucket of ice, please?
Mathers?
we go inside and just in a bucket.
Hey, Mindy,
Yeah?
how about if any time you feel like you need to go in Zlobs' brain, you go in mine? Because that'll make you not want to go inside any brains for a little while.
That's true.
You can just redirect to me, and if I feel you in there, then I won't bother you.
Darby, have you ever gotten, well, can angels get food poisoning?
Well, I got food poisoning a lot when I first got here because I had to kind of get used to eating. So maybe it wasn't food poisoning, it was like acclimation. But I don't know, I don't think I can actually get like, I don't know if I get the same like bugs you do.
Well,
I certainly
sometimes
haven't yet.
when you get food poisoning from a food, it makes you not want to eat that same food for a long time. And that's kind of like what your mind is like. And I mean that as a compliment.
I take it as one.
So that would be very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can
Matters?
tell Zlobs he can come in now. I've got some ice on my head.
All right, I'm gonna tell Slobs he can come in the squeeze.
All right. I go into these.
Slobs,
Mindy.
I'm absolutely going to respect the promise that I made to you because we are best friends. And if it's tricky for me knowing that you have a secret that I cannot know, and it's probably a really good one, and it cannot go in my book.
Yeah, it's
Then-
pretty much life altering, and probably the most important thing that I know in my entire life.
You have to stop talking. Whenever I think about it, I'll just go into Darby's brain, and that should tucker me out for a while. So we thought of a nice coping mechanism.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. This is very important to me, Mindy, and it's. I don't want to keep the secret, but I have to.
I understand.
Secrets are hard to keep for me.
Okay.
Group hug.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's all get in a bucket of ice.
Yeah. Get in the bucket of ice with me.
Oh,
So you're all in the bucket of ice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh, this is nice.
It's actually very cool. It's a very hot day.
The bicycle rides by the front of the squeeze.
What?
Did you see it?
Wait, did the bike that didn't have a rider?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get them, and I'm gonna run after it.
You're gonna try to chase down a bike.
There goes Burke.
I'm gonna go Blaseball round 2. I don't think they're expecting me.
All right. I'm gonna say, Morgan, let's 2d6 plus tough to kick some. Let's give you 2d6 plus weird.
11.
Okay. You fire off and this is a big throw. This is like an outfield throw because you see the bike kind of riding down the street, and you kind of take a step forward and just launch an electrified baseball. Arcs through the air, strikes the back tire of the bike, which explodes. And the bike topples over, and Burke Whimsy kind of shimmers back into the visible spectrum as he kind of rolls down the street and staggers to his feet.
I use my chain to tie him up.
You do, yeah. You all close, boom, hit him with the chain.
Ha! It's so big.
Burke! How dare you take Jess Who's backpack? What are you trying to pull?
Nothing.
Nothing. Don't
I
lie
don't
to
even
me,
have it.
Burke.
I don't even have it.
Who has it then?
They threw it out.
No.
What?
You threw it out? You were a bully. Big jerk. Also, my chain's very spiky. It's very spiky.
Yeah, it's he is as cut up from this as you wish him to be, whatever that level is.
Precariously.
Yeah, I threw it out.
I'm gonna grab the bottom of it and I'm gonna pull to just.
Hey,
I'm gonna step on his chest. I'm gonna get really.
Oh,
down
no.
close to his face.
No. I tackle Morgan off of him. No, it's very spiky. Ha!
Okay, listen. Burke, are you lying?
No, I threw it out.
If you're lying, I'll know it.
What's that?
I swear.
Where did
threw
you
it
throw it out?
Over there.
Where?
Over that way.
Specify the garbage bin.
It's that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna Slabs, untie him. I'm gonna pick him up and drop him in the bin with the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a dumpster behind the squeeze easy that you fly him, like holding him by the foot and
But,
drop him in.
I fly him way higher than I need to. Drop him,
Yeah,
then
this
catch
is-
him again at a safe distance.
Yeah, Burke's casual exterior cracks a little bit as he's free falling towards the earth. And eventually,
That's
after
angel diplomacy, baby.
yeah, after a minute of what could be described as light torture, you all end up. He ends up in a in the dumpster.
Get us a backpack.
The tiny little backpack flies out of the dumpster.
And the spatula. And
Anything else you stole?
yeah, anything else you
No.
stole.
Nah, I just did 2.
You just
Or
did-
whatever. I don't know. I found them. And I threw them out.
Okay. All right, forget it. Does Burke Whimsy have any secrets?
2d6 plus weird, Mindy.
This is the most important roll I've made tonight, and it's a 12.
Oh yeah.
What's his secret?
Burke Whimsy has opened up a credit card in his parents' name that they do not know about. You now know its 16-digit and its security code.
Okay. Can I
What about expiration date?
grab a
Oh,
little?
yeah.
What about the zip code?
Uh-huh.
That's everything.
Can
What-
I?
home mailing address. Oh, you're in.
I am in. Can I reach Burke Whimsy's shirt collar?
Yep.
Can I just pull it close to me? And I'm just gonna say, you know what, Burke? I think me and my friends are really thirsty. Probably thirstier than we've ever been. We probably need to buy every juice on the menu, Burke. And I've got just the way to pay for it. 5, 7, 6, 4, 0, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 5. Security code 031. What do you think, Burke?
She's using math on him. It seems to be working.
Yeah, I guess I'm thirsty too.
Why don't we all get a beverage together, Burke? And while we're sipping on our juice, you can tell us the story of how you found this backpack and spatula. And if you try any funny business at all along the way, then you're going to need to buy one more drink from my new best friend, Susie Chen. Ever heard of her? She's the biggest bully in town.
Yeah, at this point, you all have the upper hand here. And Burke reluctantly explains that he did indeed get into your school and take a couple of things and bring them here. Mindy, 2d6 plus sharp.
Five.
You're pretty sure he explains everything. And yeah,
They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're all drinking like the gold flecked lychee pineapple numbers, and these are like $30 juices.
It really satisfies me from head to toe.
Yeah, same.
Cut to Powder House Square, outside of Jess Who's tree. You are on a backpack return mission. Jess Who hears you all arrive and flies down. Her tiny eyes red from the stress.
Jess! Morgan guarantee.
Ah! And she takes it. Oh my goodness! Oh, thank you. She opens it up. Everything's here. Oh, everything's here.
Oh,
Thank you all so much.
Of course.
Of course.
yeah.
We protect you at all costs, right?
Just we'd do
Sorry.
anything for you.
And I would do anything for you. And I will protect you all at all costs.
Oh, I have a request on what you can do for us.
Is it protection at all costs?
Yes, also winning the next game.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mere seconds later, as the four of you all kind of nod to each other, job well done.
We freeze mid-frame in the air. High five.
Mid-frame high five.
I'm gonna stop and be like, I've had enough freezing for today.
Upstairs in her tree mansion, she unzips the backpack, takes out all of her homework, gets onto the computer, sends a PDF to her teacher, apologies for the late assignment, and so on and so forth. And she tosses the empty backpack into the storage bin on her tank. And the audience eye kind of goes through the tank into the backpack, and sewn into the lining is something. And that something starts flashing.